How does a team that won the Cricket World Cup in 1996 and redefined the sport end up struggling to qualify for major tournaments by 2024? It's like watching a blockbuster movie with an epic start and a painfully slow sequel nobody wants to finish. Today, we're diving deep into the story of Sri Lanka cricket's astonishing downfall. Spoiler alert, it's a roller coaster ride filled with shocking twists, missteps, and a little bit of humor along the way. Let's get started. End quote. First, let's rewind to the 1990s and early 2000s, the golden age of Sri Lanka cricket. Players like Arjuna Ranatunga, Sanat Jayasuriya, and Mudiam Muralitharan didn't just put Sri Lanka on the map.
It's a nice stroke. That's out!
They became household names worldwide. Remember when Muralitharan spun webs around batters like it was his personal magic show? And Jayasuriya, that man didn't bat, he unleashed storms.
Picked the length quite well.
Sri Lanka's fearless style revolutionized limited overs cricket, and the 1996 World Cup victory was their crowning glory. End quote.
Little Murali Dhararan's arrived. What a year!
But every rise has its challenges. By the late 2000s, cracks began to show. Star players were retiring, Ranatunga, Jayasuriya, and eventually, Muralitharan. Sri Lanka became a team of individual brilliance but lacked the collective dominance they once had. Sound familiar? It's like a rock band where the lead guitarist quits, and suddenly, the magic fades. End quote. Seriously, it was like a Sri Lankan cricket fan's worst nightmare. Who's replacing Murali?
It's bowled him. What a beauty. Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. That's disappointing.
And then came the real villain of our story, administrative chaos. Political interference, corruption, and short-sighted decisions crippled Sri Lankan cricket.
ICC has suspended Sri Lanka cricket due to interference by the country's government. Cricket board of the country over the allegations of corruption.
Coaches were changed like seasonal fashion trends. One minute it's Graham Ford, the next it's Mickey Arthur. Can you imagine a cricket team that's more unstable than a Jenga tower? But wait, it gets worse. Sri Lanka's domestic structure failed to nurture consistent talent. Young players struggled to transition to the international stage, and key players left for lucrative T20 leagues. Who could blame them? By the 2020s, Sri Lanka cricket was barely recognizable. Their performances in ICC tournaments were underwhelming, and fans started losing hope. Watching Sri Lanka play felt like rooting for an underdog that just couldn't catch a break. But it hasn't all been doom and gloom. Young talents like Wanindu Hazaranga and Pathum Nissanka showed glimpses of hope.
Oh, well ball, Wanindu Hazaranga. Oh, he's chopped off.
Now that is good. Bang! That's a beauty, that!
Sri Lanka even surprised everyone by winning the Asia Cup in 2022.
Sri Lanka celebrate!
End quote. Can Sri Lanka turn things around? Sure, but it'll take a complete overhaul, better domestic structures, long-term planning, and consistent leadership. Will they rise again, or will they fade into cricketing obscurity? That's the billion-dollar question. Now, if you thought this was a wild ride, wait until you hear about the downfall of West Indies cricket from 1975 to 2024. Click on the end screen now and join me in unraveling another cricketing mystery.